Today we are going to publish our movie for the web. When we publish, we make a .dcr file. A .dcr file is a Shockwave file that can be embedded on a web page. So go ahead and open up your MadlibTT movie. This is the movie that you wrote 2 scripts for, and we put in volume controls. Once you have the movie open, we're going to publish this. Go up to your File menu. Under File, select Publish Settings. In Publish Settings, we're used to creating a Windows projector. Today, we're going to create a Shockwave file, so put a check in front of Shockwave file. Let's also make the corresponding HTML page. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the language of the World Wide Web. For now, I will just keep Madlib and madlib.htm and .dcr. That is fine. Let's click on the Projector tab because remember, I like full screen. So go ahead, you can click on full screen. But I want you to look at the Shockwave tab. On the Shockwave tab under Image Compression, you will say JPEG and Standard. If you find after you publish your movie that there is white little edges around your pictures that you thought you cleaned up in Fireworks, go back and make sure that you choose Standard instead of JPEG. So your choice on which image compression, but this will affect your finished product. So if you're not happy with your finished product when you've selected JPEG, go back and change it to Standard. I want to compress. I also want to make sure I enable my volume controls. Allow movie scaling? Sure, why not? You can keep that in there. All right, we have it set. We're going to click on our Publish button. When you click Publish, it's going to say that it's going to publish it. Do you want to save it? Sure, we do. I've already done this, so it's just going to overwrite. There it goes. And I'm overwriting my HTML because I've already practiced this. Nothing appears. Have no fear. Don't worry. We are now going to edit our movie, our file, our web page using Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is industry standard software. So to go to Dreamweaver, click on your Programs button and look for Adobe Design and Web Premium CS6. We're going to launch Dreamweaver. There is an icon on your desktop that says DW. Go ahead and open that file. Dreamweaver looks like this. The company that makes Dreamweaver is the same company that makes Director. So you see some common elements. What I want you to do is click Open. When you open, I want you to navigate to your folder. Go into your interactivity, find the Madlib, but look for the web page file. This is a Chrome icon. It depends upon what is your default editor, but you want to open up your madlib.html. Make sure it says HTML. Notice that it took your Shockwave file and placed it right in the corner. So it took your Shockwave file, placed it in the corner. It defined the page background to match the stage color that you selected in Director. Let's add our layout. Notice where my cursor is? I'm going to hit the Enter key. And first off, let's center this. Get it on the middle of the page. What we're going to do is use our Format menu. Look at the top of Director. Go to Format. I know you're not seeing it here. Just go to Format. Let me minimize this so you can see a little bit more of this window. There we go. Here it is. We're going to work with the Format menu. First thing I want to do is align it to the center. There we are. I'm going to put my cursor before this. If you don't see a space, just hit the Enter key. Go back, Format, align it to the center, and we're going to type the name of your Mad Lib, My Mad Lib. I want to center that. There we go. Hit the Enter key, by, and your name. Put your cursor next to your Shockwave file. Hit the Enter key. You want to define the music that you used in your video. So this can be done here, but in the Mad Lib movie you have two sounds. So you're going to type your title, your performer, and the producer of your music. Okay. This just had Here Comes the Sun. I could put that information in there. Now, one last thing that we're going to do. Let's do a quick save so we can file, save our changes. I want to change my color up. I can do that in my format menu as well. Notice the word color. If you know anything about web page design, layouts use cascading style sheets. That's CSS styles. I'm going to go into color. I'm going to pick the color that I want for my text, and I'm going to hit OK, but a window appears. I have to define a class, a CSS style. So I'm going to call it something that wouldn't be a reserved word for web page, so it wouldn't be an HTML code, or it wouldn't be a lingo script. And I'm just going to call it text color and hit OK. I also, now see, I changed my color. Let me make it bigger. Notice how I have something called paragraph formats. Heading styles make it bigger, and the heading style, H1, is the highest heading style. See how it got nice and big? Let's go ahead and apply a different heading style for the next line. Format, paragraph format. Let me pick heading style 3. But it's still black. So now I can go into Format, and I can go to my CSS styles because I just created one. There it is, text color. I have a different text color. Let me apply the text color at the bottom. Format, back to my CSS styles. I created text color. So you've just put in a Shockwave file, the extension .dcr, into your web page. To test it, hit F12. F12 in Director will launch. Yep, let me make a save. And here I am. It works. Along with my volume controls, I've created a web page with my Shockwave file. Congratulations!